Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk Records, episode 9. Got my girls with me, Miss Lady Soul, the Big Yellow Rebel. There she is. And we're going to do another one of a favorite segment that we love to do. It's called Give Them the Flowers, where we kind of salute the artists that entertain us and thrill us with the careers, and we just love them, and we kind of want to shout them out while they're still here, because so many of the artists we like has passed away, went on to that great music cloud in the sky. So we came up with this just to kind of show appreciation to the ones that are still here, that we still buy the records and listen to them and love them and go see them in concerts if they're still able to tour. Yeah. So with that said, they chose me to go first. So I'm going to go first and show who I picked. Right. And I will say this. It's kind of bittersweet, ladies. Kind of bittersweet. Because, number one, it is a duo. Okay. And the reason I say it's bittersweet because one has passed away. But one is still living. Okay. And on top of that, they were a married couple.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, y'all got it. Yeah, y'all feeling it, guys.
Yep.
So y'all already know who I'm about to say them.
Yes, I know it.
So, do y'all want to say it for me, or y'all just want me to go ahead and say it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about Ashford and Simpson.
Exactly.
Nicholas Ashford and Valerie Simpson.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Nick Ashford is no longer with us. Yeah. He battled throat cancer. Mm-hmm. And that's what took him. And Valerie Simpson is still here. So I'm going to salute her. And she can send it off to her beloved husband. And I'm sure in prayer, he will hear it also.
Amazing singer-songwriters. Amazing songwriters.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we all know about the career as singer-songwriters, especially with Motown. Wrote some of the greatest Motown hits. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I can go on and on and on about this duo. But I'm not going to do all that because I'm going to concentrate on their solo career. So with that said, I'm going to show the first album, Ashford and Simpson, right here. Mm-hmm. This is a lovely album called Something Real. Give me something real. That's
beautiful.
And that was released when exactly? What year?
This was on Warner Brothers, and it was released in 73.
73, all right.
73.
Nice.
Okay. Moving right along, their second release on Warner Brothers, I Want to Be Selfish.
I love that title.
Yeah.
Very cool. I Want to Be Selfish. Go ahead, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is also on Warner Brothers. This was released in 74.
Wow.
Moving right along, like I said, he had an illustrious career.
Yes, they have.
Come As You Are.
Oh, I love that one. Wow. Oh my God.
Nice cover, yeah. Wow.
Beautiful. I love that. What year is that one?
And this was released in 76.
Gonna say it looks like it has that 76 vibe, the styling and everything. Gorgeous.
And these vocals were just beautiful together. Just beautiful together.
True.
And nobody really talks about them as a duet. And they always want to talk about the Motown years when he was doing all the writing and stuff.
Their formative years,
And like these first 3 albums I showed, they really didn't get much of a push out there.
Right.
Until the release So Satisfied.
Yes.
This came out in 77.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, the cut on this, and this is still Warner Brothers they with, the cut on here got a lot of play in like the dance clubs. And it was
Mhm.
called Tired, Tested, and Found True.
Mm,
It was a great dance tune
mm.
that if you was going to those discos and everything in 77,
Yeah.
you were here. You were here.
Ooh-wee. That is nice. I need to pick that one
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, that kind of put them out there for people to start saying, "Oh, Ashford Simpson, I'm liking it." And they might have kind of went back and discovered the first stuff I showed.
Mhm.
But when they dropped Send It,
Ooh.
this came out in 77 also.
That's a nice
Wow.
cover as well. Wow.
Mhm. Nice.
The cut on here was Don't Cost You Nothing.
Mhm.
Mm.
Don't cost you nothing. Oh my God.
God, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Understand.
Woo.
Ashford and Simpson. That's what you was hearing them on the R&B stations. I mean, every time you come on the radio, you heard Don't Cost You Nothing.
Mm.
I
Ooh-wee.
You know, and I say Send It was the album where they arrived on the scene,
Mhm.
especially in R&B as a duet. Everybody was feeling them on this album. And of
Wow.
course, we got the title song, Send It. Beautiful song. Beautiful song.
Mm.
You know, then
Nice.
Eve,
Yeah.
this was for you. Because I know your man, Teddy Pendergrass, you love his version.
Ah.
But is it still good
Good
to
to
you?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
Ah, is
I
this still
knew-
good to you?
I knew this was an Ashford and Simpsons track. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
And I
track.
know you love Teddy. I mean, I love Teddy too now.
Yeah.
Teddy does a good job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you, Valerie Simpson and Ashford together. Ooh, wait.
Oh.
No.
Beautiful song.
But I do love Teddy's ending.
Mm-hmm.
The way he just sort of hollered.
Yeah.
You know, almost like telling you, girl, you know it's good. You know, Ashford Simpson, they keep it more beautiful, more
Yeah.
central, but
Yeah.
Teddy
Yeah.
just goes out there, you know,
Yeah.
he's so
Oh,
rowdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh
That's
man,
Teddy.
this album is just fantastic. But another cut on here was It Seems to Hang On.
Mm.
Mm.
Woo!
Woo.
I'm telling you, It Seems to Hang On. It's still good to you. I mean, everybody. I mean, you go in somebody's house and he was collecting records. This was definitely there.
Mm. Mm.
Then he just kept rolling. They came out with Stay Free.
Yeah, I have this one. Yeah. I have this
Oh
one.
wow.
Bob Pure was the big hit on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another track I love on here was Nobody Knows.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody Knows. Crazy. I mean, you can't go wrong with Ashford Simpson
Yeah.
now.
Great
Mm-mm.
vocals.
I mean, the music, vocals,
Mm.
you can never go wrong with Ashford and
Right.
Simpson. When this came out, this is still Warner Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and this came out in 79.
79.
Mm.
Yeah, 79.
Yes.
And I mean, I just love these covers. I mean, they just the epitome of love.
Beautiful.
You know,
Yeah, they were a
yeah.
beautiful couple.
This, I mean, whew.
Mm. That's around the
Now-
time they were working with Diana, wasn't it? For the boss?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they were
It
staying
was.
busy.
Oh yeah, they were staying busy.
Yeah.
Now the next album, A Musical Affair.
Mm.
Mm.
Now, unfortunately, this album didn't do very well.
Mm.
This came out in 1980, still with Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
And this didn't get the push that when he was doing these last couple Warner Brother albums, they
Mhm.
got the push and everything. And the only song I remember like hearing in the airplay was like Get Out Your Handkerchief,
Ooh-wee.
Mm.
you know, which is a beautiful song. But this was an Ashford and Simpson album, like I say. Just
Mhm.
beautiful music, beautiful vocals, but it didn't get the push.
Mhm.
And the reason I think it didn't get the push it should have got, because guess what?
Hmm.
They left Warner Brothers
Oh,
Oh, okay. They switched labels.
and he went to Capitol.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I guess they figured, like, we got to come out with something that's going to be, you know,
Something
a
new.
big hit for him.
Yeah.
So he went to Capitol, he came out with Street Opera.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
mm.
And this is the first Capitol release. And if anybody noticed, the hit on here was Street Corners.
On the street
On
corner.
the street corner. Yes.
Yeah, that was my jam. Oh my God. I
Yes.
love that one.
I
And
mean,
that's
you, I
Is
mean,
that
that
81?
was a song you couldn't come on the radio and not hear it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think they even had a video for that one, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So
Great track.
yeah. So after Musical Affair, he was back in the swing again. He was back on the radio, full blast with Street Corner on Capitol.
Mm.
Yes.
Then he didn't stop. High Rise.
Oh my God. I love that cover.
Ah,
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
You'll know the back even more.
Oh my God. Check that out. Ah, I love it.
Now, do y'all
Love
remember
it.
that song, High Rise?
I don't remember the
You
song.
must
I've
live
never.
in the high rise.
mm-mm.
I need to pick that up though, man. Check that out.
High
Right.
Rise is a great song. It was all on the radio. Can't believe you didn't hear High Rise.
No. At least I don't think I
You
did.
see, I'm a fan of Ashford and Simpson.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I know you're gonna know this because he was on a roll.
Mm.
Street Corner, High Rise. Then he came out with Solid.
Mm.
Yes.
Solid as a rock. Yeah.
That cover. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now this is cover. Also, did I tell you this one came, High Rise came out in that ain't got it on here printed on here, but Solid came out. That's one thing I noticed about Capitol. They don't put the dates too much on the covers. You gotta always look on the record.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
Work for it. Yeah.
notice that.
That must
But
be that must be early 80s, this one.
this Solid was 84.
Yeah, because I remember they were shown on MTV quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Then they released right here, Real Love.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What was the hit on that one?
This had to Count Your Blessings.
Oh, I had to learn to listen,
Yes.
never forget. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. So
My
these was on
God,
there,
yeah.
and this is also on This is also on Capitol.
Mhm.
This came out 86.
Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't remember if it was 86 or 87. Yeah, 86.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Then they released Love or Physical, Ashford and Simpson.
Check it out. And they had some of the best damn covers, man.
Oh yeah, the covers. The thing I love about them, these covers just show love.
Yeah.
Love for two people.
Mm.
Love,
Oh,
love.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Wow. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was them as a duet. But Valerie threw out a couple solo albums. This was called Valerie Simpson Exposed. Now, this was earlier. This was 71
Mm-hmm.
on Tamala Records.
Look at her.
So they was still in that Motown group when she released these.
Mm-hmm.
And she also released self-titled Valerie Simpson. This was 72.
Ooh.
Then I love the back, because look at the back cover of them together.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I'm not too familiar with her solo stuff though. I'm not too familiar with her solo stuff, but
Her
yeah,
solo stuff is nice. It's nice.
cool.
But my favorite out of her solo stuff is this one right here. Keep It Coming.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Now, this was also when he was recording in 72, but they didn't release this till 77.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is it. No, actually, 2 more, and then I'm done. Real quick,
All right.
the live LP.
Wow.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah. Performance.
Earl 2-record set.
Woo.
Hmm.
Nice.
And last but not least, the 12-inch box set.
Oh my God.
What? I didn't know.
Box set. Wow.
Where did that come from?
I didn't know. Wow, that's cool.
Rhino put this out.
Really?
Yeah, it's 5 LP, 12-inch mixes of
That's
some of the hits.
so cool.
Oh, now that has to get got.
Wow.
I need that. That is
Yeah.
nice. I didn't know they ever put that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell I'm a fan.
Ooh-wee. I never
cool.
lied.
That's me giving my flowers
That's
to the
cool.
late
That's
Nick
cool.
Ashford, but Valerie's
That's cool.
still here. So
Oh,
Valerie,
yeah.
you see this video, say a prayer, pass it along to Nick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I
So
remember-
that's why Ashford and Simpson.
I remember watching an interview, I think it was last year, of actually Valerie Simpson, and she was talking about her husband and whatever, the love they had for each other when they worked together. It was very emotional because you could clearly see how much she loved him.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
When
They
he
only
passed,
had one child, a daughter.
Yeah, a daughter. Yeah.
Had a daughter. Had a
Yeah.
daughter. Now, her last major project that she put out was in 2012, a CD. It was called Dinosaurs Are Coming Back Again.
Mhm.
That came out 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's yeah, when Nicholas Ashford passed away, I felt so bad for her. I said, "Oh my God, that's like, another extension of her." It's like,
Yeah,
you can't imagine
Yeah.
her without him. I felt so awful.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were
And
just
it's
tremendous.
funny that, I used to see a lot of pictures of them when he was in the recording studio. And every time I saw pictures, I just saw a cloud of smoke around Ashford. He was a smoker.
Yeah, a big smoker. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and
I
that
didn't
probably
know
caught
that.
up with him,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I never forget when Tom Joyner was on the radio before he retired. He still does those Tom Joyner cruises.
yeah.
And when Nick Ashford died, he was still doing his radio show, and he had a story about when they was on the cruise and he saw them and he was like, "Hey, Valerie, hey, Nick." But Nick was not talking, and he had like a scarf wrapped around his
Oh
his
no.
neck.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom Jordan, he was busy with the cruise and everything. He didn't pay much attention to it. And then he noticed a couple times Nick was not talking as much or talking not at all and everything. And he was telling that story on the air when the news came out he had passed away. So,
terrible.
and then he kind of brought that story up. Like, now I understood why he wasn't talking, because he passed away due to, throat cancer.
Yeah, it was a big smoker. Yeah, she said that. Yeah.
Very, very sad, but their legacy obviously, lives on with the.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even get that 12-inch box. So you see me writing down
That's,
like
that's super
I'm like,
cool.
oh my God, man.
That is
I love
very
it.
cool box set. Yeah.
Very cool, man. And it's so funny that you picked them today for giving their flowers, because I don't know if you remember, maybe a couple episodes back, I told you about this really cool variety show, used to be around the early 70s, called Soul. Used to be on like on PBS. They've been rerunning the Ashford and Simpson episode. This was very early in their career. I was maybe 70, 71, and it's just the two of them, and they're on I think they might have had another maybe another backing musician with them or two, but yeah, you could even tell even in their early solo days, the two of them, once they kind of broke away from being the Motown, songwriters, they were definitely onto something. They're just beautiful together.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. And they wrote my favorite Motown song ever, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I still get tears. If you don't get tears and emotional when you hear that song, man, it's just it's there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have no pulse. That
Oh, yeah.
song is like one of the most uplifting songs of all time. It's
Yeah.
just gorgeous. Yeah, it's still
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I mean, when I heard his death, oh man, it hurt me. Like, oh no. Because and it was funny because when he passed, the first person I thought about was Valerie.
Yeah.
Me too. I said, oh my God, what
Yeah.
about Valerie? I said, oh my God. I said, I know she's got to be, taking it rough. I said, my God. Yeah. But man, yeah, they've left behind such great music. And I definitely need to pick up some of those now that you've shown them.
Oh, they out there. They out there. So
I know some of them I have, a couple of them I've seen. A lot of those I haven't seen out and about. You know how it is, crate digging. You don't,
Yeah, same for me.
I just don't see them out and about.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So who's next?
But I come across. Now I tell you what. Then I want to pass it on. They did reissue this album.
Okay.
They reissued this one. This is so satisfied, and they reissued it and they put it on a green vinyl, the same. It's the outline of this cover.
I thought they did that. Did they do it for Black History Month a couple years ago?
Yes.
Rhino. Yeah, I knew that was what I needed to pick up. Ooh, yeah. I bet that's gorgeous.
I didn't get it because I had such two pristine copies, but I might get it just because I love them. Yeah. Because I still see it in the store because soul music just sits there.
Unfortunately, yeah. Painful to say, but yeah.
But in a sense, it's kind of a blessing for soul lovers. You don't have to rush as much.
That's true, man. It's funny you say that it sits there because I was just at Target a couple days ago and I saw something I never see, which is a clearance vinyl section in Target. A lot of it was soul. I saw your Natalie Cole in there, Unforgettable.
I mean,
$8.
If it's not Motown, if it's not Marvin Gaye, or if it's not 60s or whatever, it's not interesting.
Right. Yes. Yeah, it gets passed up.
It gets what it is. Sad, but it is.
Yeah, but well, hopefully that'll change. I mean, I'm just trying to stay positive, but I know the reality of it. Yes, that's so true. Oof.
But I tell you what, this past Friday was a good Friday for R&B music. Depending on who you like, because I know Eve is very, very picky.
Well, who came out? Who's got some new stuff?
Oh, Mary J. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning, gorgeous. Yeah.
You know what? We'll talk afterwards about that.
Okay.
Come on. We don't want this to be too long. So who's next?
Mikey, want to go up next? Oh, you want me to go next? Okay.
Go ahead, Mikey.
All right. Okay.
I'll wait. Who you pick?
So I picked one of my favorite singer-songwriters of the 1970s and 80s because I feel like she just does not get the props that she deserves. We hear about Carole King, we hear about Carly Simon, and rightly so, because I love those ladies. They're great. But this lady was right there too, in the thick of it. She was very popular at the time. And she's still around, she's still around doing her thing, very active, touring and stuff. So if you want to know who I'm talking about Melissa Manchester.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know her. I know you know what? It's a shame. You just see so many of her records in Dollar Bean.
Yeah. It's crazy because a lot of the adult contemporary artists like her. I mean, you see Streisand in the dollar bin. It's just like, why? But because it's so popular, or were so popular, you can find their vinyl in, so many numerous quantities. But
it's not because they were no good. It's like they just pressed so much of that.
They press so much, right? Like, so you can find some brilliant albums in the dollar bin, and they were hit albums, #1 album stuff. But yeah, there was so much of them, So and you could eventually,
Barbra Streisand, Melissa Manchester, a lot of it, and Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah, you see it up. Yep, that's true. This is Linda Ronstadt. A lot of the same artists over and over again, because you see that they had so many pressings. But I picked her because I've loved her music for so long, and she was definitely one of the premier singer-songwriters at that time. She was on the charts constantly. She wrote some of the best female empowering anthems, ballads, self-empowering ballads, always uplifting music. Great singer, great pianist as well, very underrated. And I guess she falls in that category of, I guess you could call it blue-eyed soul. She's also been called Jewish soul, she's had a very interesting career. So I just wanted to focus on her, go through some of her albums, because she's got quite a few. But
she was so beautiful too.
She still is. She's a gorgeous lady. I know a lot of men have like major crushes on Melissa Manchester. Beautiful woman to this day. So this is her debut album, Home to Myself. This is from '73. And she was signed by Clive Davis. Clive Davis had become the president of Bell Records, and she was one of his signings. And so when Bell transitioned to Arista, she was one of those artists that got to move over to Arista, her, Barry Manilow, and other artists in that adult contemporary vein. And so this was this album, title track, beautiful, Home to Myself. If It Feels Good, Let It Ride. Easy is another track on there, very smoldering, sexy song. So that's her first one. That was followed up by 1974's Bright Eyes. I'm just gonna move out from the glare a little bit if I can.
That's beautiful. Good, right there.
Yeah. Very good album. And let's see, she had a couple albums out that year. This is the one that really put her on the map. This gave her her first top 10 hit. This is 1975's Melissa.
And I had that album.
Do you?
Yes, I do. The other ones I don't, but I got that one.
Yeah, and I think this one is out. This is on a Mobile Fidelity, not this particular one, but this is out on Mobile Fidelity. They have a pressing for this one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, but this gave us her first top 10 hit, Midnight Blue, and So great songs on this one. Just Too Many People, Stevie's Wonder, which is a tribute to Stevie Wonder. Some wonderful songs. She co-wrote a lot of her songs with another popular singer-songwriter at that time, Carol Bayer Sager. So she was like, she was a frequent collaborator of hers. And let's see, there's another one. This is Help Is on the Way. Another great album. Love always love albums that have like a lot of like activity, or like it tells a story, something's going on. Looks like they're all standing out there waiting to be saved. So, help is on the way. So they all got their hands in there waiting on some help. I love that. So that's another good one. This one is so dog-eared, but it's a great album. Look like my cat got to it, so I won't show you the bottom. Better Days and Happy Endings, beautiful song. If you've never heard the title track, just gorgeous. And I believe was that one 76. Very cool. And let's see. All right, and we've got from 77, this was her album called Singin'. Very cool. And on this one, she does a great cover of the Jackson 5's I Want to Be Where You Are. Fantastic.
Now, is she still with Arista here? The
No,
album?
she with this one, yeah, she's still with Arista. I think she
Okay.
was with them for maybe about almost 10 years, I would say.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she
Okay.
was with them for a while. She switched over to MCA. But another great album. And this is the big one. This is 1978's Don't Cry Out Loud. Gave her another major hit on this album. Fantastic song.
Is that her reflection?
Yeah, she stared at her
Okay.
reflection. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking like, who is that a woman?
Yeah, also one of my favorite album covers of hers as well.
I love that back. Yeah.
Yeah, the back cover is great.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
The front is cool too, because I was looking like, I was going to say, who is that? Her sister?
Yeah, she stared at her reflection. Looks like she's on Coney Islands, somewhere.
Okay.
But yeah, Shine Like You Should, another great track. Caravan, Bad Weather, Knowing My Love's Alive, great song. But that's 1978's Don't Cry Out Loud. And let's see. We've got, her self-titled album from 79.
I love that cover.
Beautiful cover.
I said she was beautiful.
Beautiful lady.
I haven't seen her recently though, but
yeah, she posts on YouTube a couple times a month new videos. And she's on Facebook. She interacts with fans, so yeah, she's on Facebook too.
That cover is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful cover. The hits on here were Fire in the Morning. And she actually, in 78, the year before this came out, she co-wrote with Kenny Loggins, Whenever I Call You Friend, which was the hit that he had with Stevie Nicks. So, but there's a little bit of a history with that song because she co-wrote it with Kenny, but he was currently at that time the supporting act for Fleetwood Mac. And so kind of behind her back, once they wrote the song, he chose to record it with Stevie Nicks, and she didn't even know.
Get out!
Yeah, so yeah, that was that was a shit move, but
oh my god!
So she wound up releasing her own version as a duet on her album 79 with a R&B vocalist by the name of Arnold McCullum. So and it did pretty well. It didn't do as well as the Kenny Loggins version with Stevie Nicks, but
everybody thought she was copying him.
Right, man. Yeah. And it's funny because I revisited she hosted the Grammys in 83 and she's performing her hit You Should Hear How She Talks About You to kind of open the show. And so you see they put the camera on Kenny Loggins while she's performing, and I'm like, why is he staring at her all crazy like that? He's in the audience, Stevie Nicks is sitting behind him, and they just have like these stone faces like while she's on. I said, all right, something's happening here. And then I remembered this little controversy. I said, that's why I said they had a little rift. I said, that's what it was. So yeah, but all's well ended well. They each had a hit of sorts with it. So, but
oh, that was cool. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
I never knew of it.
It's not one that she shares very often, but it has come out in recent years, and so yeah, it is talked about a little bit. So Kenny's been naughty on a couple occasions with a couple other artists, and if you look into his history,
Kenny's a snake.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, hey, look up the story on Kenny Loggins and Eddie Money.
What?
Yeah.
So Kenny dirty, huh?
Yeah. It's like what?
So in other words, you messing with Kenny, you definitely flying through the danger zone.
Yeah. Right. For real, the danger zone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to songwriting and something like that, if you go partner up with Kenny, I guess word has it, watch out. Yeah. And I hate to say that because I like him too. So, but it's an interesting story. But this is 1980s for the Working Girl.
Her album covers are beautiful too.
Always. This was the year I'd probably say I really became a fan because that's the year she also appeared on the Muppet Show. And the Muppet Show back then, if you were a kid, that was like, watching MTV. It's like pre-MTV, but you're exposed to all these artists. You saw Diana Ross, Blondie, Alice Cooper,
Yeah.
Elton John, all these major artists performing on the Muppet Show, and it just always stayed with me. So, but yeah.
You know what she look like there? On that, she like a female Oscar award.
Yeah. She looks real statuesque. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely. And what was the title track was one of my favorites, For the Working Girl. If This Is Love. Beautiful song.
Mm.
And what was another one I liked on here? I think it was You and Me. But
you gonna have me start going back out digging for those records. I said, porn, but I love female artists.
I know you do. Yeah. Well, it's like you said, she should be easy to find. You go to a dollar bin, you'll see some Melissa.
Yeah, I do see them. But see, you know how sometimes it takes somebody to kind of reintroduce you to it.
Right.
Then now I'm saying, damn,
like you just did with Ashford and Simpson. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I still got a chance to get them cheap.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, this is 1982's Hey Ricky.
I see that dude out there. Yeah. That's another. She cut off all that hair.
Yeah, she got into the 80s, full 80s mode, still looking beautiful, still on air at this point. So this is the album that bought her a Grammy. This has You Should Hear How She Talks About You, which was actually written for another artist initially called Charlie Dorr a couple years before. Tom Snow and Dean Pitchford gave it to Melissa, and she had the big hit with it on this one, and won the Grammy for it in '83 for Best Pop Vocal, beating out like Linda Ronstadt and some other great ladies that year.
That's big if you beat out Linda Ronstadt.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she beat out a lot of ladies that year. But she had a big hit with it. So the title track, Hey Ricky, that was written by, I want to say Bernie Taupin, Elton John's collaborator. And another great song on here. Actually, she did the song Coming from the Rain. Beautiful song. Featured it on one of her earlier 70s recordings. Re-recorded for this album. One of her best ballads. So beautiful. Had artists like Diana Ross covered it. Catherine Tenille had a hit with it. Artists from Carmen McRae to Liza Minnelli were covering that song. Great song. That's Hey Ricky. And I'm sure you've seen this one out and about, maybe. This was also, this is 83, I want to say, her greatest hits.
Oh, look at that cover.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she has a big discography. I mean,
she has a huge discography.
Oh yeah. And Eve, you see a lot of that stuff still in like Dollar Bean.
My God.
That's true. Wow. That's true. Yeah, I'd say the exception that you don't see the stuff that she did for soundtracks, and I've tried to find it, but I can't find. She contributed to the soundtrack to Thief of Hearts in '84. That's a rare soundtrack to find. She had a video for that. Trying to think, did she collaborate with Giorgio Moroder on that track? I can't remember, but that's a popular one, and that soundtrack is not always easy to come by. But yeah, that's another one, Thief of Hearts. But so this is her greatest hits. Has all the biggies, Don't Cry Out Loud, Whenever I Call You Friend. And she does a fun cover of My Boyfriend's Back and Runaway. And I forgot to mention Through the Eyes of Love, the theme from Ice Castles. That was her other big hit in '79. So 79, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing that song. Still gets a lot of play. So, but that's her greatest hits. And just a couple more.
I don't feel bad now showing all my Ashford and Simpson.
No, that's
there we are.
Trust me.
Really, I'm like,
trust me, this is quick for me.
I mean, yeah.
It's gotta stop at a certain point, because at a certain point the vinyl releases stopped and everything was straight to CD after that. So so here's 83's Emergency. Terrific album, underrated. My favorite track is I Don't Care What the People Say. It's such a fun song. City Nights, No One Can Love You More Than Me. Fantastic. There's the back cover. Great song. And let's see. So this is her final vinyl release that I've got. This was, let me just double check the year. And this is on MCA. This is 1985's Mathematics. And this is the one Quincy Jones produced it. She also
Really?
Quincy Jones produced some tracks, George Duke, and let's see who else she worked with here. Robbie Buchanan. So she had a few producers contributing to this album. This is probably her most 80s album that she ever had. A lot of very synth heavy, dance heavy tracks.
That reminds me of Sheena Easton.
Yeah, because they kind of floated between genres and and they kind of had to ride that wave of, especially in Melissa's case, where she was like a singer-songwriter, used to sitting down at the piano or just belting out a song. But when the 80s came along, you kind of had to ride the wave and make that shift and do kind of like funky stuff and more like techno inspired stuff to kind of stay with the trends.
Because videos was a big thing.
Yeah, videos were a big thing. So you see her look kind of drastically changed, and I'll show you because this one has some terrific pictures of her in here. And
oh wow!
Oh yeah, so that's
she was
nice.
Really into.
And what year is that out? What year?
85.
85. Okay.
Yeah. And somewhere I've got the 12-inch single for
that album like it'd be hard to find.
You know what? I don't think so. I think it's out there. I got it sealed a few years ago for like less than nothing.
I do see a lot of her stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that one. Well, I ain't been looking though, but I would remember the cover if I saw it though.
That's what I'm saying. You'll see it now. Maybe you weren't thinking about it at the time.
That's true.
But when you're looking for it, that's when it jumps out at you if you see it. But so that's for my vinyl release. I just want to make a brief mention of some CDs, which a few I bought out, a few I don't have. So in '89, she did a great CD called Tribute, which kind of paid tribute to a lot of her female vocal heroes, Dionne Warwick. Trying to think who else did she pay tribute to on that album? I think Ella Fitzgerald. That one, she was making a lot of promotional appearances. I remember she was on like Arsenio Hall show doing she did some great live performances for that album. 1995's If My Heart Had Wings, another great album, also on CD only. 2013, When I Look Down That Road, great album. She does a collaboration with Kebmo on that album. And I really tried to find this one before we sat down. I couldn't locate it. 2013's, was it 2015? Might have been 2013. You Gotta Love the Life, which they played on a lot of the smooth jazz stations. She did a track with Al Jarreau called Bright Light. And so that was kind of like smooth jazz heavy, was getting a lot of play. So that was pretty popular. And, she's still touring. She's still recording, got a new recording coming out called Review, where she's kind of remaking a lot of her older songs. She's putting out new videos where she's doing new interpretations of older songs. You can see that on her YouTube channel.
How old is she?
She's 71.
Okay. 71. Okay.
She looks great. She's also a professor at USC Thornton School of Music. So she teaches songwriting, melody. So yeah, she's very active. And with the pandemic kind of winding down a bit, she's back out on the road. So she tours and she stays very active. But like I said, she just doesn't get the recognition. Right. I feel like at least she should be like in the Songwriters Hall of Fame if she's in there already.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's done so much. She's done acting. She's been in she was on the TV show Blossom for a while, if you remember that show from the
Oh
90s.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
little girl.
yeah, Blossom. Yeah, I think
Blossom. Yeah,
yeah, Mayim Bialik. Yeah, she was on there. I think she did an episode of Fame in the 80s.
really.
Contributed a song to the TV version of the soundtrack. And she was in a big feature film with Bette Midler for The Boys in '91, and
Okay.
she used to be one of Bette Midler's backup singers, the Harlettes.
Hmm.
In 1971, Barry Manilow introduced her to Bette Midler, and she became a Harlette. So that's one of her first early gigs. She was a commercial jingle singer. Barry Manilow started out as a commercial jingles writer. They were in that circle. They were playing the Manhattan club circuit together, and they were going down that road together. So they were just like meeting a lot of the same people, and that's kind of how her star started to rise at that time. So, but and yeah, she's just phenomenal lady. She has some collections. If you don't come across any vinyl, this was a Japanese collection about a long time ago. Look how filthy this cover is. uh, Melissa Manchester Best Selections, great Japanese collection of a lot of her hits. We've got the Melissa Manchester Masters that came out on Arista. A lot of hits there. This is one of the more recent ones. This is Through the Eyes of Love, the complete Arista 7-inch singles. This is a 2 CD set. Okay.
Man, I never knew how big her discography was.
Yeah, she's got a huge discography.
I had no idea.
And Real Gone Music, and I need to pick this up. Real Gone Music, maybe about 2 months ago, released her one and only live album. I think it's called Melissa Manchester Live 77. This sat in the vaults at Arista for 45 years. And they just now released it. And from what I can understand, it sounds phenomenal. She was at the top of her game, performance songs, just like, just she was just amazing, her energy in this show. So that's a brand new release that actually just came out maybe a couple months ago. But I just a couple things. Some of my Melissa Manchester songbooks.
I should have known you got a songbook and stuff. Yeah.
Music of Melissa Manchester. This was put out by the New York Times. Let's see, there's the songbook for Don't Cry Out Loud.
Oh, my favorite cover.
I used to take this with me on auditions all the time. Beautiful.
So you have actually covered some of her songs when you sung?
Yeah, I used to do a cabaret show. It was like a one-woman show, and I would work Coming from the Rain into the acts. And on auditions, I used to do Don't Cry Out Loud. A lot of singers always used to do Don't Cry Out Loud on the, because it's a song where you can really belt it, and if you have like that, mezzo soprano belt, it was good for like, doing 32 bars at least of it at auditions. And I told her that. I met her in the early 2000s. She did a show not in my area, so I had to kind of travel to see her. So when I met her, they had a meet and greet with Melissa Manchester after the show. And I just said, oh man, you've just been such a part of my life for so long, blah, 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 And she was so sweet. She jumped up from the table and she just gave me the biggest hug. And she was like, oh my God. She said, it means so much to me when people say that to me, that, I've inspired them or influenced them in any way. And I bought in my Melissa Manchester Greatest Hits Songbook, and she signed it for me.
Oh, wow,
there you go. Well, see, you actually gave her flowers in person.
Yeah,
I did. That's one of the rare opportunities where I was able to do it, and I'm so thankful for it. And there's some more photos. The one when I bought this in, she kind of leafed through it, and when she saw the pictures of herself on solid gold, she cracked up. She was just like, oh my God. I said, there you are, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Got her with the headbands and headbands and all, straight from the 80s. She got a real kick out of it.
Kind of got that Olivia Newton-John look
Yeah.
going on.
Yes, as the
Yeah.
ladies were wearing at that time. So, but
Yeah.
we shared a light laugh over that. And she's a tremendous person, very sweet as she looks on the stage and on her album covers. She's out there nurturing young songwriters and singers and trying to teach them the craft. And she's very active. So if you ever want to see what she's up to, go to her website. She just made the cover of a recent magazine and she looked stunning. She looked gorgeous. But she's out there, but she just needs a lot more recognition, I say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
because you just put a lot to the light with me.
Yeah,
And when you show,
man, and like I said, there's even some things, that a couple things that I don't have, so or I need to, like I said, because a couple of the CD releases got past me, or I can't find them, or so. But but she's got a long career, and it seems like when people mention singer-songwriters of the '70s and females, it's like her name never gets mentioned now. It's like she almost didn't exist. It's like, you gotta be crazy. This is, but that's my, fan love letter to Melissa, and, give this lady her flowers. She's still vital and still with us, still doing her thing and still giving back to her fans. And so let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate her.
Very good.
That's all I got for you.
I'm gonna start looking now, like,
yeah. Man, but they're out there. They're out there. Now, what kind of condition they'll be in once you find them? Because you know how it is. You can see stuff out there, but it's like, man, it's like, looks dog mauled, a lot of the time,
Yeah, especially because like the record stores is not selling. You just keep shifting them, moving them from here, moving them there, stacking stuff on top of them. And next thing you know, when you go to them, it's like, Dad, what you been doing with these things?
I know, right, man? Yeah, I've had to leave so many records by the wayside because I'm just like, there's just no point in bringing this home. I said, it's terrible. So, and people mistreat records, and then these places take them, and then so yeah, you still got to be discerning, using that eye to it's like, okay, I may have to find this one sealed. So but,
well, you enlightened me and gave me a whole new perspective on Melissa Manchester. So I'm definitely gonna go to the dollar section and start. Well, it ain't dollar section no more. It's more like $3 section.
I was gonna say, you be lucky if you find a dollar section nowadays, honey. I haven't seen it in a while.
I want to break anyway, so hey, I might detour there and start looking for some of her stuff.
Yeah, but let me know what you find, man. I would love to know if you find anything out there.
I'll definitely let you know if I find some good, clean copies of some stuff. I'll definitely let you know and be shipping it to you.
You shipping to me?
Well, I'm gonna keep what I find, and if I find additional stuff.
Oh yeah.
I know that first one you showed was a little ratty.
Oh no, you didn't see that one was ratty, but you didn't see the other one I was covering up. Looked like it had dog marks on the bottom. I said, "What the hell happened to this?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" I said, "I can't show the bottom of this."
Yeah,
they'll be like, "What?"
Oh
was she feeding her albums to the zoo? What was she doing?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I hear you, brother. Thank you, and I'm glad she touched your heart today, and that you're gonna go out and try to look for her.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had that one album, and I love it, but I never just really, you know how it is. You just get into the floor and always looking for elsewhere and different artists and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, because I do, take pride in bouncing around.
Yes.
Different genres of music and everything, like I have a lot of metal, a lot of rock. People might not like it because I don't show it, but there's so many people showing it, so I figured, what the hell, might as well stick over here where not many people showing R&B soul.
Right, right. I
But
hear you.
you know,
But
I,
I personally would love to see your metal collection sometime. I think
yeah.
that would be awesome.
And for all those people out there, oh, I can hang with y'all with my metal and rock. Trust that.
And I know Eve does too. Eve has shown some
Yeah,
great rock on her
yeah,
channels and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, we got that.
yeah,
They got some rock and rollers up here for sure. Yes,
yeah.
yes. All of us. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, Eve. I give it
All
to
All
right.
you, my
right.
sister. I can hardly wait.
Guys, I don't have as much album to show as you guys because the artist I'm about to show is another great an amazing singer, powerhouse singer that is not like you both said, a singer, an artist that is not mentioned as she, deserved. I mean,
Yes.
she's so talented, and I always, wonder why she's rarely mentioned. Yeah, like I said, great vocalist. She's from Chicago. I mean, she has released two albums as a solo artist, but she's most known as the lead singer of a great, very cool band that was pretty popular in the 70s, but that is a band that is rarely mentioned as well, that deserve their flowers as well. And I'm talking about Baby Jean, Joyce Kennedy.
Oh my God.
Joyce,
Joyce
Yes.
Kennedy. Oh my
Joyce
God.
Kennedy. We
Woo.
rarely see her name. We rarely mention her.
Oh
Rarely.
my God.
And that's
That's
Yeah.
such a shame because she's so talented, man.
talented and gorgeous lady.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That was my dad's woman right there. Oh my God.
So this is her debut album, Looking for Trouble. Debut album as a
Yeah.
solo artist, released in
Nice.
1984. And
Ooh,
this screams like 80s style. I mean, a lot
love
of
it.
synth, a lot
Love
of
it.
drum beats and whatever. Yeah, production very very 80s, but her vocals are just amazing, man. On this one, great
Yeah.
Wow.
vocals. I mean, Watch My Body is good. The Last Time I Made Love, which is a duet with what's his name? I forgot his Jeffrey Osborne. Such a
Ooh.
beautiful song.
Yeah.
The Last Time I Made Love. Different Now. I mean, Joyce Kennedy, man.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, so
That
this is her debut. It didn't have a lot of success though. It wasn't a
Yeah. You
big
know,
album. I mean, as a solo artist, it didn't work out for her. It
it
didn't
didn't
work
work out. It
No,
didn't.
oh.
You
unfortunately.
know, everybody just loved her with mother finest.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Yeah.
was her debut. Then a year later, she released "Wanna Play Your Game." And
Yeah.
Oh my God. Check it
look at
out.
check it out. Yeah.
And she could kill somebody with that cover. That is so sharp. I
Yeah,
love it.
I know.
back cover.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to
Another,
find it. I
another
need to
good
find it.
one. These are both very good albums. Very
They
good.
are. They are. Yeah.
Yeah, Do Me Right. You have
Yes.
the track called Whole, which is a great ballad. I mean, her vocals on that one is just amazing. Wanna
Mhm.
Play Your Game. I mean, it's not your typical like R&B album, but it's just her vocals are just so good. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
that looks amazing.
Yeah, then she was, like Funk said, the lead singer of Mother's Finest, another band, such a cool band.
They
I
don't
mean,
hardly get the
funk, hard
props they
rock.
need.
Oh,
I mean, just
yeah.
amazing. And
You don't want to even acknowledge them as a rock metal band.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
That's so true.
I have their first five albums here. I
Oh,
have their
let's see.
debut, which is a gift from my brother Funk.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, that's
Because I was
nice.
looking for this one and I couldn't find it. It was so expensive. So yeah, this is a very
Oh,
good one. Self-titled.
nice.
Man, her vocals on is
Oh yeah.
I don't understand how come this band is not like I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
they should. There should have been a lot
I,
more huge. But you know,
yeah,
we've talked about this so many
I
times. You know,
don't
they don't
understand.
know
Yeah.
what to do with them. They don't know what to
I
do
mean,
with them.
this is
You
the
know,
type of band that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no doubt.
Yeah.
absolutely.
No
Put
doubt.
put the word out there. Put the yeah. Put
Oh my
put it
God,
put it
man.
in people's ears. You know, maybe we'll see that.
This one
Yeah.
is incredible. As a debut album, I mean the production, the musicianship on this one is crazy. It's like a live album. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much
Yeah.
energy in that album. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Wow.
I mean, wow,
That's
wow.
nice.
Then they have
Yeah.
released this one in 1970,
Oh yeah.
1976. This is a great album, this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
great album. Like you have the track Fire, give you all the love inside of me. Uh Niggas can sing what
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's just and this band and live. This is a band, unfortunately, and maybe I'm too young, but this is a band I would have loved to see live. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
certainly they were incredible live, and they opened for major artists like Black Sabbath, AC/DC,
Mhm. Right?
Aerosmith. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh man. Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were in the thick of things, but
Yeah.
never got respect. He was right there with the greats,
yeah.
you know, and they were great themselves, but
Mhm.
they always got overlooked.
Another
That's
mother
crazy. Ooh,
great
look at that
one.
cover.
Yeah, great one
Look
as
at that
well.
cover.
Yeah.
Nice.
They said it in many of their interviews, they said that the problem is that they weren't getting the support from the Black community because the first albums were like funk and rock. So you had that funk element, which was, pretty interesting for the Black community. But then in the late 70s, early 80s, they were
Mhm.
more focused on hard rock. Then they
Yes.
lost that, a support from the Black community, and that was kind of hard for them. Yeah,
I
they
bet.
did say that. They
Oh,
said that in many interviews. So
that's a
another
shame.
one here. Mother Factor
Ooh,
in 1978. This one.
love it.
Yeah.
Now
Nice.
that's when the majority of Black fans paid attention to him. It was that album
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
when he did Love Changes.
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
Wow.
the Love Changes.
so good.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you walk to anybody's house black, they had that
Yeah.
album.
Mm,
Yeah, and that was the only
mm.
album they had by them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I have this
Oh,
live album. They were incredible live. I mean, Baby Love, the track Baby Love. Oh
Oh
man,
yes,
the way
man.
she sings that song.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. That's
Oh
what
man.
I'm saying. I wish I would see them live at
Oh man.
once, but yeah,
I bet that's a knockout. What
yeah.
year is that live album?
This was released in 79. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
and when he threw Love Changes live,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Mm,
And they did a show in Germany, I think, for the Rock Plus something,
yeah,
a major live show, and they
yeah.
were incredible,
Wow.
incredible. Yeah,
Mm,
apparently something
you know
else.
they came out with that show
Yeah,
in a box set CD.
really, really.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I know. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
keep talking.
that's the type of
You about to bring it out.
that's the
Well,
type
know,
of band that really should have their box set release, special box set release or whatever. But like I said,
Yes.
it's the kind of artists and band that we never talked about.
Never. That's true.
mentioned. They're rarely mentioned.
That is so
Energy,
crazy.
I mean,
That's
vocals. That girl is so talented.
oh my God, man. And
Come on.
wonderful vocalist. Yeah, she could kick ass with her
dig
voice.
that out and show it to
And
y'all
she's
somewhere.
still doing her thing. Apparently, they are still touring. I mean, she's like
What?
74, I think.
What?
Something
They're touring the States or
Uh,
like
maybe mostly in Europe, maybe, but they still touring as Mother's Finest. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I bet you anything they have a good following in Europe because
Probably,
when you don't hear about them over
yeah.
here,
Most black
Probably
artists
so.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they appreciate him over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that at all.
Now
Yeah.
you know she did a song with the group blues rock group Molly Hatchet.
Molly Hatchet?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
she did a duet with the lead singer on one of the albums. I
Okay,
forgot the title of the album,
I need
but
to locate.
that is a nice song too.
I
Okay.
mean, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised because she's so talented, man. She's so
Yeah.
talented. She
That's
really
amazing.
deserved way more, I mean, praise and way more exposure. Like I said, we never mentioned her name. Never.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
That's true. You totally don't hear anything about them. And
Yeah.
I can tell you now, I never see their stuff out and about, like crate digging.
Rarely.
Never see.
Rarely.
Yeah.
I had to buy her 2 albums. I had to buy them online because I never see them in my local record stores.
I was just gonna say, I said I'm looking at it and my wheels already turned. I said, I know I'm not even gonna try to get that record store. I said I'll probably have to do Discogs on that one.
Even the Mother's Finest ones, it's like it's not easy to find them in at least in Montreal. I rarely see them. Rarely see them. And they have
So how many Mother Finest albums do you have?
I have only the first 5 albums, the first 5 ones, and they have a pretty big discography. I mean, on vinyl, I think on vinyl, maybe they released maybe 6 or 7 albums on vinyl. The first 6 or 7. After that, it's all on CD. But yeah, they have a big discography. Mother's Finest, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, and still not hearing a word about them here in North America.
Rarely.
Wow,
yeah,
that is
rarely.
crazy.
Because weren't they actually based out of Atlanta, Georgia, or something?
Exactly, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They need a documentary.
Yeah, she's the one who started the band with her husband, who plays in that band as well, Glenn Murdoch. I think her husband.
Oh yeah, Glenn Murdoch, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
think. Yep.
Glenn Murdoch, yeah. They are the ones who started the band. Yeah.
Wow.
And I love that song when he do live. You can't hide.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
I
mean, the vocals.
They're amazing live. They are amazing.
I've
watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and I was like, wow,
blown away.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I think that's the album I'd like to start with. That live album, really
interesting. One are very, very good. Very good. Yeah.
Very cool.
And you can find them easily online. Very, very cheap. This one, yeah. Great albums. Yeah. Great.
But her solo stuff.
Her solo stuff,
you
can find them as well online. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can find them pretty easily online. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on it, man.
Yeah, she only released 2 albums. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Unfortunately, but yeah, another artist who's very talented, but it
didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Yeah. It worked out for me because I had both those solo albums.
Me too.
So I'm to the point. Hey, if I got them, it worked out.
Right there, you go.
When I discovered Mother's Finest, I was like, "Who the hell is this chick?"
Right?
And I had to check if she had some soul stuff. And when I saw it, I had to get those. I mean, come on.
I've only in recent years discovered who they are anyway, because like I listen to like Sirius XM a lot, and some of the stations that pull out like like the more obscure artists and stuff, they were playing stuff from Mother's Finest, and I heard of the one track and I'm just like, who is that? And I'm looking at the little station ID and I'm like, Mother's Finest. I said, never heard of them. I said, okay. I said they blew my mind with it. Amazing. And then I couldn't find anything on them. Not out and about,
Yeah. Amazing band.
There go my albums falling on the floor. Forget it. I'm not moving.
Anyways, Joyce Kennedy, if you're watching this, thank you for your music. Thank you for your vocals, girl. We love you, and you're an amazing artist. Thank you.
And come to the US.
Yes.
Yes. That's great. Oh wow, Mother's Finest. Yes. Yeah. They definitely need to be we need a documentary on them. We need to see them.
Oh yeah.
I
Documentary.
think
We need some reissues. We need some, album pressed on vinyl. We need
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I'm
definitely.
surprised Vinyl Me Please hadn't jumped onto them, hadn't jumped onto something like
Yeah.
them. This seems to be the perfect artist for them to kind of like, reintroduce them to
Yeah.
the vinyl community and put out some cool like colored 180 gram press.
Yeah.
That would be a great artist for them.
I know they did reissue the live album.
Yeah, this one. This one.
No, I'm sorry, the first album.
This one or
Yes, and they put it on colored vinyl.
oh really?
Did they?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What color's yours?
Oh, this is
It's
a regular black. Yeah, this is a black vinyl. Yeah, on
Yeah, I think they put it on like a caramel color.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm on the hunt. I guess it'd have to be on eBay and Discogs.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But this
Yeah.
one, I was looking for this one for so long. I was like, come on, they were so expensive on this because I was like, come on. And then I was talking to Funk and he said it.
And so that's your birthday gift. That's nice.
Yeah, I was so happy.
Yeah, she was saying it. I said, what? You need that one?
I told you he has the best stores in his area. Is that relocated?
No, I had that in my vault.
It was in your vault already. Oh, excuse me.
I said, when I say E, oh, you need one?
Yeah. Yeah, because we were talking about Mother's Finest, and I was telling him that I missed that debut album. I don't have it. I cannot find it.
Yeah.
Say all you had. Yep.
Yeah.
I said, let me go on.
Oh,
Back
man.
my little hut hole. It's and I say, okay, here go one.
Hey, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
That's
Great
great.
band,
That's
amazing
great.
band, amazing singer. Yeah.
Yes. I'm just glad that
She
she's
was so
still
sweet,
with us.
though. She was like, "These so expensive. Oh, how much do you want for it?" I say, "Girl, please." I say, "Girl, please." I
That's
said,
nice.
it'll be on your way. It'll be on its way.
Sharing the vinyl love, the vinyl community
Yeah.
love. It's
Yeah,
nothing
but
like it.
Yeah. If you check on Discogs, they are so freaking expensive. It's not even funny. Yeah.
I was afraid to ask. I said,
The
"Oh man,
debut, at least this one, the debut, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
expensive.
Oh,
It is.
wow.
Yeah, it's expensive. That's why he was feeling guilty. Like, oh no, I gotta pay for it. Like, girl, please. I said, I just went back in and just dug it out of the shelf. Girl,
Oh
pack it
man,
up now.
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yep, that was waiting to be sent.
Yeah.
Waiting
That
to be
was-
sent her way.
That was
Yeah.
Joyce. Joyce Kennedy. Yeah, definitely she deserved, her
Yeah.
flowers. Like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I remember my dad used to like Mother's Finest, and unfortunately,
yeah.
I didn't inherit any of his albums, but a lot of his stuff got lost. But I remember my dad having some Mother's Finest back in the day.
Oh,
my God.
they were good. I mean,
oh yeah.
I just don't understand. You know what kills me is how when you hear, I was gonna say it, be honest, we hear black people say, "Oh, we invented rock and roll," but yet here's a rock and roll band
Yeah.
Mhm.
that you
Yeah.
really pretty much diss.
Yeah. That's
Right.
And they said
Yeah.
it many times. They said
But
it.
then they the first one start bragging about.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you
Right.
say, but you dissed them.
This is it's a
Keep in mind.
conversation that I've had this very same conversation with like other fellow music lovers, and I think I don't know what causes it where we've abandoned rock and roll. It's just like, at what point did we abandon it and just say, I'm not interested in that, and I don't mean but it's like it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. It's just like, yeah.
I look at it like, did we abandon it,
Mhm.
or did we get blindsided to think it wasn't our music as time went on?
That's what I'm saying. I think as time went on and it went more mainstream, it's like, do we give it away Or did we just say, well, we're not being recognized, let's do something else? So it's just
Yeah.
like which one was it? So, but either way, it's sad because
Yeah.
we're still a big part of it. It's just, I think even Lenny Kravitz talked about this once, earlier in his
Well,
career.
I think part of it was optics too, because I think they really snuck in that you got to have long flowing hair, and you got to just be able to wear this tight spandex stuff, and
Well, that's the misconception that people have now.
Crap.
Yeah.
Then he started putting that lipstick on and stuff like that. We like, what the? Hey, no.
Well, I think that's the misconception that people have now. So when you hear about Black artists getting inducted into the Rock Hall, first thing out of people's mouths, first thing that caused controversy, that's not rock and roll. That's not rock and roll. Mm-hmm. They don't have long blonde hair and playing the guitar. That's not rock and roll. Well, how did rock and roll come to be that definition? You see what I'm saying? Because that's not how it started. So, but now it's like
Living Color.
Exactly, right? Yes.
Exactly.
Another perfect example.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they had success, but limited success. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put them in that box, like,
right.
We'll put you right here, and that's where you're gonna stay.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. So it's just like that's why we need more conversation about groups like Mother's Finest to show we've been doing this all along. It's just like this isn't something new or a novelty, or we're not in an arena that doesn't belong to us or we can't be a part of. This is why we need more exposure to groups like this and artists like this, because they're out there, but and even some of the newer artists who fall into that, they remain under the radar because improper marketing. They claim they don't know what to do with them, or this audience won't like them, that audience won't like them, and and that stuff's been going on for years, but
have y'all heard of the group 24/7 Spies?
No.
That sounds, is it Spies, SPYZ, something like this? Am I spelling it right?
Yeah, SPYZ, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you heard of them?
Heard of them.
Have you heard of them?
No, I haven't. Personally, I haven't. No.
Oh, Black Rock. Yeah,
That's why.
Have you heard of another band called TV on the Radio?
Yeah, I've heard of TV on the Radio.
Yeah. See, like you said, they're there.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're there.
Surprise.
Yep.
Nobody hears about them because they put out records and they just don't go mainstream.
Yeah.
And they're rock, punk, they're good. Just like another group that was fantastic, and they were like a rock punk group, Fishbone.
Fishbone. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally, yeah.
Every now and then you'll have an artist that has some mainstream success, like Brittany Howard, Alabama Shakes. Every now and then you'll see, oh, she's doing well, oh, that's good. Now you think things are looking hopeful, but then it's such a small fraction. The success that we could be seeing.
Lenny Kravitz should be a rock god.
Yes, yeah.
And in many people's eyes, he is. Yeah.
When you mention rock, his name should be in the top 3.
Mm-hmm. He always is to me,
Well,
but not to everyone. Yeah, not to everyone.
Yeah. That's why people that's why it's important for people like us to expose these artists, to talk about them, to showcase their albums. I mean, that's what we should do, man. That's what we should do. Because some of them are so talented that it's a shame that we never hear about them. It's a shame. It's a shame.
True. Yeah. Very true. And that goes for both audiences, Black audiences and white audiences.
Yeah, of course.
Each we could stand to learn. I mean, there's some of us who don't know enough about our own history. It's like you try to talk about rock music and they think, oh, that has nothing to do with us. That's their music and stuff. It's like, no, it's not. Like, duh. I said, are you kidding? It's just like, do you know the founders of rock and roll? I said, come on, man. Chuck Berry, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. It's like, this has everything to do with us. So it's just like you can't.
But and you know what's funny? I tell you, a group that actually tried to bridge that rock back into the Black community was Run DMC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You listen to stuff in the beginning, a lot of that stuff was rock driven.
Yes.
A lot of these big hits were rock driven. Not just Walk This Way, Mary, a lot of these stuff was rock
and it was
driven.
Perfect. Right. Right. The fusion of the two genres was perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
That it even went on to what was the guy? Trick Daddy. When he did the Jeffrey Osborne song with what was the name of that song that he did? Was it Shut Up or something like? It was one song he did. He used the Ozzy Osbourne song.
Oh yeah,
it was a big hit too.
Let's have to check. I've heard Trick Daddy, but I don't know the song.
Trick Daddy with Trina and all them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got me on it. I got about to do some homework.
Right now. But they used the Jeffrey Osborne big hit for their song, and it was a big hit.
Wow.
Back in like the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, this one like way back in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember when DMC that was sampling a lot of hard rock metal stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
They were known. They were known for that. They are known for that actually. Yeah. Rap and metal and hard rock and whatever. Yeah.
And just like even Jay-Z when what's that? Linkin Park.
Yeah, with Linkin Park.
A whole album.
Yeah. Linkin Park.
Yeah. He did a whole album.
Yeah. So it's like we've always had that involvement in rock and roll, but it seems like just somewhere along the way, I want to say maybe during the 60s and on forward, it's just like it just became less and less. And when you try to feature artists of color, it's just like it was more like a novelty. It's more like a novelty. It had become so mainstream that we were no longer in it. So it was like, when you try to, get in where you belong, it's just like you're being told that you don't belong. So on both sides, that's not your music.
And you go back, you saw a lot of groups that were put into R&B, but it was so much rock in the music. Perfect example, Isley Brothers.
Oh yes.
That guitar was wicked.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, he always reminded me of Jimi Hendrix on
Parliament Funkadelic was a lot of rock in it.
Even Earth, Wind, and Fire sometimes.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Parliament Funkadelic. You go back to James Brown had a lot of rock element.
Yeah.
In this music. And he just tried to just throw it all funk, but it was a lot of rock in James Brown music. But I hope you enjoyed this episode 9. Give them it's episode 9 of Let's Talk Records.
Yeah.
Yes. And another episode give them the flowers on Let's Talk Records.
Exactly. So
there we go.
We this time we picked different artists, which is very cool.
Absolutely.
Very good artists. I mean, we had some very
all the artists were very good. And like I said, that Melissa Manchester, I learned a lot, Mikey, because I knew of her. I have only one album on her, but I do see a lot of her records. But now you just kind of open the floodgates for me to say, next time I go in the record store, I'm going to that bin and just start flipping and hope I get some clean copies.
Oh yeah, man. But I'm glad. And I know you love your female vocalist, so you
Oh
pick up
yeah,
anything. I know. She's gonna warm your heart. So that's good. And you open my ears because I need that Ashford and Simpson box set. So
Yeah, me too.
you
My God.
open
can
my
I
ears and
tell you
damn it,
what?
open my wallet.
Yeah, can I tell you what? I already got one Melissa Manchester album, but my stat of Linda Ronstadt is like this.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
I got
Yes.
that's why I got so much of Linda Ronstadt because I do love Linda Ronstadt.
Oh,
And
me
it's a
too.
shame she can't sing no more.
I know.
But
It's
yeah,
so
I
sad.
love Linda Ronstadt. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. I got to catch Melissa up to Linda.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll love it. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Two different type of artists, but both fantastic. Both
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my number is they both female.
Ah,
Yeah.
I
I
heard
love my
that.
female
I heard
artists.
Yeah.
that. And they were both all over the radio when I was coming up. Linda,
Yeah.
Melissa, yeah, they were everywhere.
All
Everywhere.
right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed our ninth episode of Let's Talk Records. If you have any comments, drop them down below. Throw us some likes, please, if you want, if you enjoyed this. And I guess
You know what? I ain't saying please. Give us them likes. This is a damn good show. I think we entertained the hell out of y'all.
yeah,
I mean, we showed some extraordinary artists. So you got to give it up to us. So
Yeah.
come on.
yeah.
Come on.
So yeah, we'll see you next time, guys.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.